So that's almost like a 2x2 blank, I'm thinking. Photocopy at 100%. Yeah, Tatum, this is a fun one. And Harley Refsol is a great carver. So they actually take you step by step at the beginning, which is really cool. Of doing these couple here. And he actually scroll saw the blank into most of the profile. So like when they give you, where did it go? Oh, there it is. So when he gives you this template, well, this is for that one, he'll actually scroll saw that into the piece, and then he'll start his carving. So maybe we can't quite do that one yet. Tatum, I did. Actually, yeah, I did. I need to actually sign it. So let me do this. Because I need to get it mailed out to Saki. There's our Boyd carving. Let's see if we can get out, zoom out as far as possible. Good morning, May. With the heart. Gigi was very insistent on the heart. But there we go. So I actually need to sign it real quick. I have one there. So I'm going to sign the bottom of the leg. Oh, that's shot. Why is that in there? There we go. So let's see how well I can sign my own logo. I don't sign it that often. So there we go. Signed logo. And I think I just killed this marker too. He's got a little bit of a booty. Just a little. Actually, I'm curious about the size of this little guy. He's actually wider than 2. 2.5. He's like 2.5 inch wide. Just about 2. So I don't know if I'm going to carve any of these guys today, but that would be a fun one to do. We need to look at that one. That should be an interesting one, actually. Well, I can't take much credit for it. Babe sketched one of the sketches. I sketched one, I should say that. I did sketch one, and it was okay. But Babe definitely had the profile. Babe had this one that was a huge help. Boyd's also got some pretty nice big biceps, too. We got Boyd with some big biceps. So, and I also slimmed him out. So I had to actually kind of shrink it a little bit to be able to fit. You know what? This is something I need to work on. Need to work on carving faces. So this book actually is. He's very slim. Blue. He's very, very, very slim. This is the interesting part. To carve well, you have to carve a lot. So let's kind of follow through this a little bit. Just because I need to get myself. Oh, Tatum, I'll tell you. That is one of the hardest things. It's one of the hardest things. So let's put Boyd away. Boyd's up there. No, I don't give up either. That's why I've got these books. I mean, my daughter got me this book a couple years ago, which is so grateful. Oops. There we go. Let's get our stuff together. Well, I don't know if I honestly don't know how skinny Boyd is. We don't see him in his true shape and format because he's always wearing his apron, so we don't know his true what you do's it. So, oh my gosh, Tatum, you know, I don't know if I would say the same on my end, but I think kind of similar. All right, there's a Hobby Lobby blanket. We'll use this as our cheap piece there. So. And the interesting thing is he tells us, on this one, he gives us a few different things. So in terms of tips and stuff. But I'll tell you, you know, too often we put ourselves into kind of a disadvantage for not wanting to take instruction. I mean, that's really what this comes down to. So let's, we're going to do this. We're going to round the corner because eyes are rounded and not flat. So we're going to round that corner. Again, this is a Hobby Lobby piece of wood. So we'll see how well it does for us. All right, let me see if I can figure something out here. I need to... There. Turn down that ISO just a bit. Now the hard part is it does make it dark, but with this book and stuff, makes it a little easier to see. Actually, it's a little flatter too than what I've got here. So let's try and mimic that as best we can. And again, I will say if I need to help with the car wash, I might skip out pretty early this morning. So just keep that in mind, y'all. I may have to bolt pretty quick if necessary. But actually, after I finish this up, I've got some stuff to do down here in the house. So, all right, so make a rounded stop cut using the cutting deeper at the rounded corner and shallower as you approach sides with the carving knife. So basically, all right, so we're going to basically cut in. So we're basically doing a rounded cut like that. And it's going to be deeper here in the middle and less as we get to the sides. Kind of like it would happen anyway if you're doing like a straight cut in. Carve up to the stop cut and create the brow line and eye socket. Okay, so we're basically going to go carving up to our stop cut. Oh, turn that just back up just a smidge. So we have a fairly deep eye socket. So I will admit yesterday there were points as they were making presentations and talking about certain things. I was kind of getting a little emotional. I was getting a little weepy-eyed thinking about my child going to college. It was, yeah, it was interesting. So we have that rounded part. All right. This is me learning and getting better. That's the hope, right? Our goal, get better every day, little by little. Round the eyeball. Remove a triangular chip of wood from the inside and outside corners of the eye with a carving knife. This helps you begin to round the eyeball. All right, so if I look at the picture, he's going in. It's almost like, let me see if I can sketch this. My pencil. So he's going kind of here, here, and there. So kind of a triangular cut. We're going to try and make an eyeball. I'm trying to make an eye. And the big thing is, practicing this more than once is going to be the challenge for me. Cheryl, that's truth. It is 100% truth right there. When I sit there and I look at these kids, it's like, golly, they're kids. They really are kids. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on this side. Our tour guides were great. I really do enjoy the fact that that most of the time it's the students that give the tours. You know, that it's not like hired staff or whatever. And yes, it's part of their, whatever their thing that it is that they're doing. You know, sometimes it's part of their degree major or whatever. So, but it was good. It was a lot of fun. I think it was eye-opening for the kid. She's very stoic. She's a quiet kid. She's a lot like me. You know, kind of takes everything in, and so. Yeah. Granted, it is only her junior year, so we still have a whole other year to go, but still. All right, so there's kind of our indentations there. Now it says, carve the upper eyelid. Carve along the inside crease of the top eyelid with a sharp 1/8 inch V tool that separates the upper eyelid from the eye socket. Okay, so here's my 1/8 inch. I think it's my little guy here. Nope, that's my U. Cheryl, are you saying freshman in high school? Yeah. I don't think any of us ever get ready for that, right? None of us are ever truly ready for any of that. Yeah, there's our V. So we're going to carve along this upper eyelid. Carve the upper eyelid. Carve along the inside crease of the top eyelid with a sharp V tool. Separates the upper eyelid from the eye socket. Okay, so there's that. I think we kind of have that going there. The fun part is the kid and I did. It is, Cheryl, it definitely is. I will say the one thing that I am very glad that our daughter decided to do was actually join marching band in high school. And she did it in 8th grade, which made, I think, partially helped make the transition to high school a little easier. Then we had the whole COVID year and this, that, or the other, which was, again, just kind of a mess, but... All right, carve the lower eyelid. Carve along the inside crease of the bottom eyelid with a sharp 1/8 inch tool that separates the lower eyelid by the eyebrow. Or lower eyelid from the eyeball. Okay. And if I need to step away for a moment, y'all, just keep that in mind. Help them get situated for car wash stuff. Oof, yeah, that is tough. Y'all good?
What is the best way to hang up this big long banner?
John was supposed to be making steaks.
Oh, so he was on that.
My understanding.
Well, he does usually follow through if he says he's going to.
Yeah, that's my understanding. He was going to make steaks.
Okay, then I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah. If you need something, just holler, let me know.
Alright, we will.
I'll figure it out, because I think I've got some steakish type of stuff that we could use if we need to.
Bye.
Have fun! Ooh, there we go. Look at that. We've got a little bit of an eyeball happening here. Ooh, yeah, Cheryl, that's... especially if they were close, and it sounds like they were probably pretty close. There we go. Yeah, if they were close, that's going to be a change for certain. Oh, well, there you go, Cheryl. That's pretty solid, too. Yeah, I'll tell you, if they're involved in some way, I think that's a huge help. All right, refine the upper eyelid. Carve along the bottom edge of the top eyelid with the wing of the V tool perpendicular to the eyeball. The wing perpendicular to the eyeball. All right, so he's saying like this. Oof. Well, that took out a chunk. We'll see what we need to do to fix it. Ah, there you go, Cheryl. Yeah, my kid's an only two, but doesn't have. I mean, her cousin's in Florida. Her sole cousin is in Florida, and yeah, we've unfortunately had a very fairly what's the word I'm looking for? Solitary family life. And then this way down here. See, why is it coming? Oh, that stuff shouldn't be coming out. It should just be a line that comes across like that. Maybe I should have gone this way with it. Let's see. See, that's all breaking off, and that's not good. We're going to grab this guy here, actually, and do some more of this other carving that it's calling. Finish carving knife to thin the lower eyelid slightly so the upper eyelid overlaps the lower lid at the outside corner. Oh, goodness. All right. See, this is where I always run into issues. Clear that stuff off there. See, I don't think I did this right from the start. That's where I run into issues. Oh, let me grab my camera phone. Because I need to make sure I've got this handy for the wife. It's true, Blue. I do need to just keep going. I think I actually have a block that had one of these. I think I did it in butternut. I don't know why I did it in the butternut. Actually, my wood guy texted me, "Hey, got some 8-quarter walnut or 8-quarter basswood in." All right, what do we got going on here? Trying to get. Oh, there we go. Tatum, never. Second breakfast, never. There's second breakfast is always allowed. Laws against second breakfast. Nonsense. So this is what I'm trying to figure out. The bottom eyelid thing was kind of a mess. All right, that's just a mess. All right, let's try this again. let's back up. And let's do another one. Get too much chip out. I'm trying to figure out. Elevensies? Breakfast? Psh, it's breakfast. Come on. You can have as many breakfasts as you wish. Breakfast is the one meal that you can have as much as you want. As many times throughout the day. I mean, for goodness sakes, how many of y'all do breakfast for dinner? I do. I do breakfast for dinner. It's usually at least, well, it hasn't been lately, but usually we would do it like once a week. We'd have breakfast for dinner. So right there, second breakfast. See if I can make this a little bit more flat. I think that's part of my issue, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Let's just round this whole thing. Yeah, I'm trying to think the last time we did breakfast for dinner. It's been a little bit. Been a little bit, but yeah, we do it. We used to do it like once a week or once every other couple weeks. You can do breakfast anytime you want. There's no rules for breakfast. And you know, the other interesting thing for breakfast is you can pretty much eat almost anything for breakfast. Because for goodness sakes, there's people who do steak and eggs for breakfast, right? Steak and eggs. Steak is a dinner meal, isn't it? Well, not for breakfast. Steak, if you add eggs with it, it's breakfast. And there's an old, like, health, I guess kind of health thing, diet phrase, health phrase, or in terms of, you know, just eating meals. Breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, dinner like a pauper. Poke bowl for breakfast. That's interesting, Tatum. Blue Moon, I think you could say that. I think you could safely say that. I mean, for goodness sakes, you have chicken and waffles for dinner. You can do that for breakfast. Why couldn't you? Pancakes and chocolate? Yeah, absolutely, May. I mean, isn't that what they made Nutella for? Oh, I love me some banana pancakes. Oh, here's the wife. Hold tight. Tatum, thank you. Thank you, sir. We're Boyd and I were talking about that Thursday night on my stream. Is that I don't run pre-roll, and so I have to have ads during stream. And so I do the minimum, which I think is like a 30-second ad every hour. But thank you, Tatum. Thank you very much. You need a tune. You got to pick a sub tune, my dude. Yes, phone call. I did press mute. Sorry. I should have put my mute text up. So, a subtune. So when you pop in and start chatting, a song plays. I don't think I have one for you already, do I? Hold on. I don't think so. I don't see a Tatum command. There, like that. That's a subtune. So when you make your first chat, if I am carving or if I'm working on something, the tune plays and I know that you've said something and that you're here in chat. I guess I could say it's kind of selfish on my end because it helps me know that you're there. All right. I almost think I need to carve in deeper looking at his what you do's it here. You pick the tune. You pick the tune, I learn it. That's the simple answer. Yep. Totally up to you. All right, I'm going to go a little deeper. That's right, Battle. All right, Battle. What do you want on your coin? Now you got to make sure you give me points. Give points. What do you want on your? What would you like on your coins, Battle? Oh, that's right. I've got to remove my chip. However I interpret Battle Dino. Okay. And a hippo on the second. Gotcha. Okay. Let me finish this corner over here. And make note. That's right. That's absolutely it. Blue Moon, that's absolutely it. This is a fun one. Not to say Boyd's aren't fun. I mean, come on, for goodness sakes. I have a bunch of Boyd coins. Plus the casino is in your favor in this one too, so. I did not say anything of the sort, Battle. No. No, Boyd's are much nicer than mine. Let's just put it that way. I think Blue has a ton of points. I don't think you have to give Blue any points. All right, let's see, notes. That's what I was gonna do. Well, that's why I am so generous with the points as a whole. So nice part, Blue Moon. It's not. It really isn't. For most of my overseas things, I can get away with just using the global stamp. All right, so battle. So a battle dino and a hippo. Battle, let me ask this question. Has Babe drawn a battle dino? That would be the next question. Yeah, and that's it. That's exactly it, May. They're small and they're light enough. I can slap them in an envelope and use the global sticker. So Blue Moon, if you would like a coin, you are more than welcome to get a coin. You just have to be willing to share your address with me. No, and I don't mean Babe Dino. I don't mean like your offspring. I meant Babe Ross. Has Babe Ross drawn a battle dino? Because if Babe Ross has not drawn a battle dino, Brick Lane, welcome in. Howdy. All right. Well, there we go. Next stream that Babe is drawing, I will do a fridge redeem for a battle dino. And Brick Lane, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. I'm Way Cool Wood. Or you can call me TJ, whatever you wish. So I do spoons as well, but I use a whole different set of knives. I use a whole bunch of different tools. I've got a whole tool set next to me.
Maybe I can win a word with you sometime, cool buddy? Sticky.
Thank you for that follow, Brick Lane. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining us. Battle, good hydrate. I just finished my coffee, and it's probably time to get some water. All right, simmer down, Sax Man. Simmer down, Sax Man. Sax Man getting a little hyped up there. Sax Man a little hyped up. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do that one. Battle, the answer to that question is yes. Yes, I did. Right, free fall? That's all on Battle right there. And we're going to do our lower eyelid. Oh, goodness. So, Brick, how'd you find us this morning? Were you perusing the Makers and Crafters section. We recommended to check it out. No, this is basswood. So this is actually a chunk of basswood that I got in a pack from Hobby Lobby. I've done some different samples of Hobby Lobby and Michael's Woods and stuff like that. I usually actually use basswood that I kind of mill up from my actual hardwood dealer, my local hardwood dealer. So Battle just giving out points. Nice. Excellent. Glad to hear. Well, I'm glad you stumbled in. I'm trying to work on my eyeball carving. I do a bunch of different stuff. Carve this little mini Mandalorian. This has kind of been one of my more common things lately. Carving a mini Mandalorian. We've got a little unicorn we did not too long back. I have a whole lot of other stuff. In our community, this is one I just finished, but this is our carving of Boyd twerking. So whole long story behind that. But if you happen to the community, you'll start learning more about it. I actually just did this little llama for one of our other community folks, Gun Girl. So, do little carvings, lots of little miscellaneous things here and there. But trying to get better at some of my other stuff. And so right now is working on. All right, so this is a different way. We're going to try this way. Perpendicular to the eyeball. The V tool perpendicular to the eyeball. When it comes around, it's showing. It's not cutting that way. All right. Brick, I could probably do a bunch of different things. I'm just, I try and get creative with what I do. I know the most common question has been, see, that's just, well, have you carved a chess set? I have not carved a chess set. I've been kind of, I guess, procrastinating on that one, mainly because it's like a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, May, that's an interesting one. Wait. Blue, does what have a cooldown? May, that's an interesting image there. Hold on. Let me see if it does have a cooldown. I know it's only 32 carvings. And that's, I think, right there. I think, Brick, I think you hit it. It's very repetitive. Let's see something. Channel points. Oh, wait. The give command is going to be in Stream Elements. So I need to open Stream Elements. I could probably fit that, May. Excuse me. I don't know how well it would turn out, though. There's a lot going on there. All right. So maybe this way. There we go. I think that's what I want to do there. Clean that out. I'm going to take a look at both ends here and see. Yeah, that's better. All right. I think I got that now. We'll clean that up a little bit more. I don't know if there is a cooldown on the give command. Chatbot, chat commands. Oh, it's give points. Give points, not exclamation point. Not just give. Give points. Exclamation give points. Oh, well, no, it should have give too. There's a user cooldown of 15 seconds, a global cooldown of 5. So yeah, there is a slight cooldown. No, yeah, May, I know. Yeah, I figured that was for Battle's coin. It's a fun one. I'd have to also probably unlock that image, though. I don't know. I don't have the skill on that one. Brick, thank you for that. Breathe. I'm gonna see if I can clean this up real quick. All right, so should we go meditative breath here? Let's everyone take a pause. If you feel so inclined to close your eyes, feel free. Or stare out into space. Stare beyond a point in space in front of you. We're going to breathe in for 6 and out for 6. And in through your nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, unfortunately, I didn't breathe with you. I've got to breathe with you, though. May finding all these fun little dino images. Taking too shallow of a breath, actually. I need to take a bigger breath. All right, so now we're going to do the bottom. Let's do the bottom here. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean... So is there there's actually a name for that, the Wim Hof method. As a musician, most of ours were in and out through the mouth for lung capacity exercises. Not really for calming. And it's funny. So all right. So anyone that's been around for a little bit knows that I was, at the beginning of June, I was away for work, and part of that work was I was actually up in a lift on a field, probably about 30, 40 feet above the field, to be able to showing my age, video the students that were working. Welcome back, Momo. And they were doing some breathing exercises, and I found myself starting to get into the breathing exercises. As they were doing them. And realized maybe I should stop this, because if I pass out up here, it's going to be kind of tricky to get me down. And or, wake me up. So I had to stop doing the breathing exercises. Ah, very good. See, we learn something new every day. Thank you for that, Brick. So, yeah, that was kind of amusing, being 40 feet in the up air. And I was like, oh, wait, I probably shouldn't be doing this along with the kids. I don't want to pass out up here. I will give one piece of carving advice. Don't do what I do. Well, first off, don't do what I do. That's always there. But you should put down your tool. If you've got to scratch your ear, you should probably put down your tool before you scratch your ear. Because you never know what you're going to do with your tool. Stab yourself in the ear. Brick, I do. I do play trombone. Somebody want to throw up some of their subtunes? One of the things that I do is subs to the channel get their own subtune. Actually, I should say almost anybody that has subbed, because I don't keep up on it and taking it off for the folks that, you know, sub runs out or whatever. But everybody gets their own subtune, so if I'm carving or if I'm working out in the workshop or something like that, when they make a chat, I can greet them without having to look up and see what their chat said at that point. And then I know that they're here and I can say hello. Right? Exactly. Yeah. We don't want to pierce our own ear with our knife. So, all right. So there's that. Let's start forming our eyeball. And you'll see usually when I just kind of rub my nose, I turn the knife away from my face and wipe with the back of my hand, or rub with the back of my hand. Still not great. Still not the best method, but that would be better right there. Man, yeah, my nose is bugging me this morning. All right, so kind of separated the eyeball. We've got some things there, right? So now, stop cut along the edge of the upper eyelid with the detail knife. Cut up the stop cut to round the eyeball to the upper eyelid. We're gonna probably do the same thing on number 10. Is do the same stop cut along the lower eyelid. All right, so let's do that real quick. Let's do a stop cut along here. Stop cut is basically just a straight cut into the wood. You can do it in different ways. I used my tip here to do that. And so then what we do is as we carve, we're going to kind of carve at an angle up to that stop cut. And then we can go back in, if it's not deep enough, to free those pieces out. And you'll see I use a brush. It's actually a denture brush because the bristles are stiffer than a traditional toothbrush. So I use the dental brush to help clean those things out. So Brick, do you make, do you craft, do you create something in some way? Art? Utility? However we want to phrase it. The hard part is my eyeball has a ridge in it, so I'm going to have to do a lot of shaping to make it round. Probably going to be a lot. I don't know what I did there to make that happen. I don't know what I need to fix, I should say, to make it not quite as indented like that. Oh, nice. Brick, that is fantastic. And watercolors are beautiful. I am very fortunate. I actually made a trade with one of our friends here in the community, Emily Imagine. And I traded her a spoon for a watercolor painting. She did a beautiful watercolor painting of some hydrangeas that I gifted to my wife. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Watercolors are amazing. So nice job. I've got a very awake eyeball here. All right, so do you stream any of your work there, Brick? Let's see. Census Taker does watercolors? Am I right? Am I remembering that correctly? I know Census does painting as well, but I think Census mainly works in watercolor, if I'm not mistaken, right? Nice, Brick Lane. Well, here, before I forget, let me do this. And boom. Momo, I just did the same thing. All right, let's see if I can... There we go. Yeah, Census is part of the larger community around here. I like to turn Census's stream on in the morning when I come down to the office for work. See, there we go. I love this community. Tatum dropping that follow, Momo dropping that follow. That's so awesome. So awesome. All right, let's do our stop cut down here. Try and round this guy out some more. That's it. All right, so here, I actually wrote this down the other day. Where did I put it? I think it's in my notes. So Simon Sinek actually said this in his book. Oh, where did I put it? Maybe it's on a piece of paper somewhere. Anyway, where did I do that? I thought I wrote it down. Not there. Where did I make that note? I made a note of something Simon Sinek said in his book. I'm gonna just go get the book. There we go. We all in. We all win. Hold on. This is gonna bug me. It's gonna drive me nuts. Where is it? Start with Y. All right. So what is? It's going to drive me nuts, and I'm sorry I'm sitting here staring at a book as we do this. And there's Babe Ross. All right, Babe, I've got your next, I've got my next fridge redeem. I need a battle dino. Battle dinosaur. Oh no, it's on my desktop. That's where it is. It's on my desktop. All right, give me a second because I put it on the computer. That's why. There's a file called quote. There it is. File called quotes. Brick Lane, Babe Ross is the babiest of Rosses. 223, so I was near. All right, so here's what he says. All right, so right here, when you compete against everyone else, no one wants to help you win. No one wants to help you. But when you compete against yourself, everyone wants to help you. And that right there, I think, is one of the things about this community. We're not competing against each other. We're competing against ourselves. Right? So there we go. And because we're all trying to make ourselves better, we're all helping each other. We're all, the help is there. We want to help each other. So. Did she text me? Did I miss a text? I don't think so. Nope, no missed text. She already called me once. All right. Trying to keep an eye on my phone. There we go. So. 1 hour left for your Saturday. So, Brick Lane, you must be down under. Or somewhere over in that world. Right, Freefall? I think that's the thing. We all are trying to get better every single day. All right. Give me 1 second here. I don't know if my wife is going to need me or not, but give me a moment. Because I think she just pulled back home. I don't know if she's grabbing a hose. I don't know if she's grabbing something else. Singapore. Oh, wow. Nice. Hey, Joel. Welcome in. HOSE. Reverse your final 2 letters. Although it sounds like she might have already come in and left. Nope. Do I hear her upstairs? Wonder if she's getting sunscreen and whatnot. She would have remembered all that. Fun times. All right, so unfortunately, well, I don't know. My eyeball is going to be really, really sunken in because I've got this ridge in the middle here. To be able to make that a high point, I've got to carve out a whole bunch. So I'm not quite sure what I need to do to fix that. Well, I kind of know, but it also means starting a whole new eye. So we'll see. Babe, I am working on an eye. I've got a book my daughter gave me for Christmas a couple years ago, Carving Faces. And so this is right in the first one, and carving an eye. Oh, that's awesome. May, that is fantastic. I can't wait to see what he creates for me, because his work is really fantastic. All right, so let's see if we get in here on this. And probably about, let's see, we could probably shortly pull out our pour from this morning. So we'll do that in a little bit, I think. So Brick, it is not. This is a knife by a company called Helvey. Helvey makes a bunch of different types of knives and stuff. And in the wood carving community, they're one of the more sought after knives because they only make so many. I don't know if he's got another full-time job or what, but the guy that makes them basically only works like 3 days a week making the knives. So he can only make so many at a time. And what they've gone to doing is basically they kind of like Boyd does, they do a shop drop, but they open up their shop for the different type of knives that they make. And they take orders for, I think it's about 100 knives at a time. And as soon as 100 knives sell, no matter what, type of blade and handle and stuff like that, so you can customize it all that way, like in terms of shapes and stuff. But as soon as their website registers 100 sales, it shuts off. You can't order anymore. And then he'll make them and do all that. And then when it comes time to do the next one, same type of thing. The shop opens up. So once he fills those orders, takes a break or whatever, then he'll put out the next sale. So it's actually a material called Spectraply, and so it's actually laminate materials, just little thin veneers glued on top and over again. So, but they're all handmade, which is nice. I mean, for the most part, most knives are going to be handmade. So yeah, it looks nice. It's a fun knife. It holds pretty well. He's got a couple different handle shapes that I might experiment if I get a chance to order more. So the eye has a ridge in there. They are, well, and they're fairly affordable. I mean, I think this knife is $45, which is fairly reasonable for most carving knives. I mean, that's ballpark range, so they're not crazy expensive. And again, he only does it like part-time, is my understanding. So yeah, see, my eyeball itself is just way too big. Okay, so the wife is done and gone. She came and left, so she probably had to grab something. All right, so my carving is supposed to look something similar to that, and I'm nowhere near that. So how do I get myself to that? I mean, look at that. Let's see. And focus. Come on now. Let's back off just a smidge. All right. Did I go too fast for you? Come on. There we go. Anyway. Brick, that's a great point. I think that's a perfect point to stop and do a strop. Stop, strop, and carve. Stop, strop, and roll. So I think it might be because I turned down my ISO, Joel. I think my autofocus has decided to stop working at the moment. Although I guess I could do a quick off and back on and see if it. Nope, it just don't want to work now. What did I do to you, camera? What did I do to you? Stop, drop, and strop. We can go that way. It'll all work. All right. We'll keep that as a story stick for our eyeball. What time is it? 11:15. All right, so let's do a little cleanup here on the desk. Get our strop out and handy. Come on. Maybe we'll pull our pour from the pressure pot. I'll share the previous pour that we did last weekend that we're kind of trying to mimic. I wouldn't say match. We're definitely not trying to match. We're trying to mimic. Oh, I gotta vacuum my floor again. That's a mess. So these were our pours that we did last weekend, by the way. Let me do something real quick. That was our pour last weekend. I have a little dust buster that I use as well. It's a nice handy thing to have in the office here. Dust buster is handy. All right, let's turn that back on and zoom out a little. It's like it decided to just stop autofocusing. Goodness. I'm actually kind of just west of you, Joel. I'm in Virginia. I am in Virginia. Kind of southwest Virginia. So, put our compound on our strop. I am just outside of Lynchburg in Virginia. Brick, I'm happy to share. Happy to share. Feel free to ask away. All right, so we're going to do this guy and this guy. I don't know. Joel, I don't know. It's all right, man. It's all good. There are some tobacco plantations, nowhere near like it used to be, but there are in some areas. We find it more on the south side, down by Danville, Martinsville, some of those areas. As you get closer to like the North Carolina border, as you get further up in Virginia, you don't see them as much. But yeah, there are still tobacco plants that, you know. So Joel, I have been through and around Williamsburg. I've never spent any time in Williamsburg. So Yanceyville. Yep, Tatum, absolutely. Yanceyville is an area there. Very still big with the plantation, the tobacco stuff. Actually, out by my folks, out towards the coast, out in Edenton and Ahoskie and Windsor and all those areas out east of you, out there, still very big with tobacco. Oh yeah, no, Virginia was very big in the tobacco market at one time, and so there are some areas still that grow. Yep, and tobacco is still fairly big around this area. So, yeah, Cheryl, it's interesting. Yeah, there are some in Pennsylvania. There are some tobacco fields. Not a whole lot though. But yeah, no, Virginia was a very, very big area for tobacco. Definitely was. Not as much as it used to. One, because just kind of the demand for it has waned some, but Oh, nice, Joel. Well, and Big Tobacco is still based in Richmond too. You've got is it Marlboro right there in Winston in Richmond, just south of Richmond? One of the big companies has their plant there, or has their headquarters there. I forget the name of. I forget which one it is, but yeah, Sherrill, Pennsylvania is very big for the cigar wrappers, and you'll actually get some up in Connecticut. Hence the Connecticut blends and Connecticut wrappers that a lot of cigar companies use. So, but yeah, well, I mean, heck, Winston-Salem is home to the R.J. Reynolds Company. So, well, Joel, it means you like a sharp tool. Taking care of your tools is very important, though. All right, let me grab my other. Oops, let me grab my other little guy here to do our our little gouge that we were using. So, Joel, I'm with you. Let's see which one will fit better. That's probably our good one there. Sharp tool is a safe tool. Absolutely. Usually it's if you've got a dull tool is when you're going to get yourself in trouble. And yeah, I mean, that's it. Tatum, the interesting part, my grandfather used to caretake for some of the Reynolds family up in like New York and Connecticut area, and was offered a job by one of, I think, their daughter or granddaughter, I forget which one, down in like St. Simon's Island, Georgia, but decided not to take it. But he used to caretake for their properties up in Connecticut and New York area, which is what my dad ended up doing too for a period of time. But Cheryl, that's very true. Joel, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Hope you have a good weekend. Actually heading closer to you next Tuesday as we go visit GMU. So, yeah, I mean, I think for a period of time, my dad had interviewed for the caretaker job at Diana Ross's house when she lived up in the Northeast. And in Winston-Salem, actually, and I don't know if you've ever done this, Tatum, there's the Reynolda House in Winston-Salem, which was, the Reynolds family home. It's a really cool little tour to see, just to see that place. I know, most people in North Carolina think of like the Biltmore and stuff, so the Reynolds House in Winston-Salem is pretty cool. Joel, thank you, sir. Yeah, I do. Hope you have a great weekend. Always appreciate you stopping in. Glad to see you. Glad to have caught you streaming a couple times over the past couple weeks too. So look forward to seeing more. All right, there's that. I'm gonna put these away because I think what we're gonna do is I think we'll pull our blanks from the mold. Yeah, it's very cool. It's a cool little place to see. The thing I like about it, and again, being a music nerd, I kind of notice some of these little things like this. In the house, in the kitchen, they talk about their prep surfaces being a material called Monel. Monel is used in the making of trumpet valves and instrument valves. And so it was really interesting to see that Monel was used in a different form, or a different, not in a form, but a different way than what I'm used to seeing it used, again, being in a trumpet valve. So, but it's a really cool little tour to do. Nice little, nice big place, indoor swimming pool and stuff like that before all that stuff really was popular. And Neat stuff. All right, let's see. Okay, so still no notifications from the wife. We've got about, I don't know, I've got about 30 minutes that I would normally stream some more. So let's do this real quick. We're going to hop over to our cell phone cam. There we go. There we go. Cell phone cam. There is master control. The record shelf made out of reclaimed pallet wood. I gotta open that guy up too. Maybe we'll do that after we pull these blanks. So let's pull our blanks. You're gonna get toe cam again. Sorry for the toe cam. Pull that back up. There we go. I like my records. I do. All right, so here's one thing. This is what Saki always suggests, is test your resin in your cup. It's solid. I mean, there might be a little bit of give on the edges, but that's solid. So it's safe to pull. So we're going to take our cap off there and get that going. So the other thing is I got over here is a light booth. To take better pictures. I gotta do that. And Tatum, it's a Saturday. I'm not working. I don't have any of that stuff going on. So it is flip-flop day until I need to put shoes on, which will be probably in a little bit as I go to the store to grab some stuff for homework, the house stuff. It's actually sucking air back in. That's kind of funny. All right, there we go. I also put flip-flops on in the event that I need to go to the car wash today. The kid is doing a car wash fundraiser for the band. That's car wash comments. Oh yeah, they're good. Cool. And slide you back in. Let's get you all up to take a look. There you go. That's right, Tatum. That's right. We go with what works. All right, let's turn that back on. Let's pull our tray out so we can put our blanks on there to help cure. Again, I take no credit for the processes I use. This is all Saki coaching. So Saki, the resin master. Pull our little plugs out. Not too much mess on there. I'm watching my watch and phone a little intently or with a lot of focus because I want to, if my wife needs me for the car wash, I need to make sure that I'm receptive and attentive to that. So, Brick, thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate you joining us today. Hope you have a wonderful, I guess, Sunday, since your Saturday is almost over, you mentioned. So, appreciate you hopping in. Appreciate the follow. Look forward to hopefully catching one of your streams sometime. So there we go. We got some black and red and some silver. Hopefully that made its way down into it a little bit more. Appreciate that, Brick. Absolutely. Remember, if we're competing against others, no one wants to help. If we're competing against ourselves, everyone wants to help. Let's keep that up. I love that idea. And I think that's what this community does better than anything else. So, let's keep that up. All right, so here's €1. Euro blank. Let's see if I can separate it a little. There we go. Here's our other Euro blank. Keep pulling it further away from the camera. That's probably not the best. Because, you know, y'all might like to see it. You can still feel the pliability with some of the resin, but it is definitely solid. And then, as Saki calls it, we post-cure it. We put it in our toaster oven. I'll basically leave it overnight. Or probably, actually, I'll leave it in there until tonight. Probably right before bed, I'll turn it off and leave the pieces in there and then pull them out in the morning. So what I'm doing here is just kind of trimming some of the excess off with the razor blade until we clean everything else. Babe, I can't take any credit for it. That's all Simon Sinek in Start With Why, which is a great book. But I think that's also kind of what our community does. Our community starts with why. You know, we everything we do has a purpose, and the why is what separates folks. And the book is mainly focused on like businesses and stuff like that, but I think it holds true with pretty much everything we do. So there we go. It's the why. There's our Euro. We're going to put that in here. No, we start with Riot. No, Momo. No. I'm going to ask the question, why? Why? Why Riot? We start with why. Now, if we compete with ourselves, everyone wants to help. If we compete with others, no one wants to help. If we compete with ourselves, everyone wants to help. Everyone wants to help. So, Riot. Momo riots. I mean, such a violent individual. So violent. Would anyone have ever thought Momo was that violent? I mean, goodness. Always with the riots. Always with the riots. Riot and then ask why? So that's like shoot first, ask questions later, Momo? Goodness. Momo's starting to frighten me even more now. Starting to frighten me even more. Tatum, you know what, Tatum? I think that's a very true statement right there. It's kind of interesting. You know, we all have interests in different things, right? We all have just our lives. Our lives are so different from each other. And I think one of the common denominators is we're doing stuff we enjoy. Right? We're all doing something that we enjoy. Whether it be, you know, to make a living like Boyd is, which is awesome. I mean, for goodness sakes, think about how much we support Boyd in his venture in that way, right? Which is fantastic. You know, that's kind of this creator economy anymore. I don't know if I should be sticking a razor blade under my fingernail. There we go. And that's it. I mean, even my wife, I think, has a little bit of a hard time understanding why I do it. You know, why it's such a part of kind of daily, I don't want to say daily life, but pretty much is. All right, where, oh, got it right in here. There we go. That's what I wanted to find. Instead of me cutting it on my hand or holding it, so. But I think, you know, Tatum, that statement is extremely true. You know, it's just support. It's the idea of, you know, we all need support in one way or the other. You know, and how that happens, how that comes about can look different in many different ways. So, you know, the fact that we have, you know, a community here on Twitch that supports each other is awesome. You know, we can bounce ideas, we can share ideas, we can, you know, talk through challenges and troubles. And I saw an article, and I didn't read it. I haven't read it, but it talked about, you know, men not having many, like, close friends. You know, how a lot of men, and I will fall into this, don't have a lot of, you know, real close friends. And I don't. I've got a handful here or there, no one nearby. So, I mean, it's not like I can go out and have a beer with somebody, like locally, you know, or go do something locally. I don't know if I necessarily, I don't know if I miss that. I mean, I guess to an extent there probably is some of that we miss as men. And I think sometimes it's more men than women. Although I know my wife struggles with that a little bit. Especially since we you know, after we changed churches, we don't have quite the same connection with folks that we used to. But I don't know. I think this has been, you know, Twitch has been more than an adequate replacement for me for that type of friendship. So. Because I will get into those conversations and you know, more personal types of things, you know, discussions and whatnot. So, trying to pick off all the little bits, which is oh so interesting for y'all, I know. Here's our slim line. But I think that's one of the other challenges with it. Yeah, I mean, Tatum, that's pretty much spot on here. Like I said, I don't really have any close local friends. I think part of that, I will say this too, I think part of that is also in the fact that it's a smaller community. And so a lot of the people that are friends with each other here locally are people that are from the local area originally, you know, went to school here, grew up here. So they have that kind of group of friends already. And you know, kind of sitting in as like an outsider in some of those situations. Not all of them, but, you know, a fair amount of them. So I think that makes that part of it a little bit difficult. But, all right, so okay, so I want to try and keep this in the correct orientation. There we go. When I say orientation, because we poured it kind of connecting across, I want to make sure that I keep it oriented that way so that when I assemble it and turn it and stuff like that, it flows together. So. Tatum, I would say I probably agree with that. This is, I mean, Twitch and just the woodworking stuff as a whole is what keeps me from losing my absolute mind with the day job. That would probably be the best way I could phrase that. Because if I didn't have something to turn to outside of work, I would be going absolutely nuts. Because I'm not a fan of some of the stuff that happens on a regular basis at work. Like decisions that are made above and stuff like that. And so this absolutely is my outlet. This is my way to relax, release, just, check out and, one, also, in that sense, but also two, help me find that next potential avenue for myself. Because I would like to, it's interesting. I've had this conversation a couple times with coworkers in different positions over my career. Prior to working for the company I work for now, I work for a retailer, and there was a position that I used to hold called it was an ed rep is what the title of the position was. It was an ed rep. So as an ed rep, I would well, I'm not an educator, Tatum. I work with educators, but I'm not an educator. I work with them, but I'm not one. And I live with one, which is a whole other, that could be a whole other discussion point. But, and I made the comment at one point of, I could never see myself as a lifer, as an ed rep. No, Tatum, definitely no issues there. All good. I could never see myself as a lifer, as an ed rep. And, there were folks that absolutely that was their thing. They loved being an ed rep and they could be in that position for the rest of their life. I could never see myself in that position. Now, I said it a couple years ago in my current role. I could have seen myself as a lifer in my previous role with the company that I'm with, as a district manager, working with music stores and stuff like that. I'm having a hard time more and more lately, seeing myself as a lifer, retiring from this role, which makes it difficult because I sit here and I think about the trip the kid and I just took to West Virginia, knowing that I've got college on the way, right, for her, and, the rest of my life with my wife and the different things that we would like to do, I've got to sit here and think, how can I get myself to that point? How can I take care of all the responsibilities that I have as a husband, as a father, and at the same time stay sane, really, right? And so this and the woodworking thing has been kind of that next step for me of, okay, so how can I potentially get to another place, I guess would be the best way to phrase it. What else can I do that would allow me to do the things that I enjoy doing? And I used to enjoy what I did. So the Bob Ross of woodworking. What just fell off? Something just popped out. What did I lose? Oh, that's fine. I mean, I guess I could. So here's the other thing. So I thought about this too, because a big part of it is I want to get more. Momo and I were sharing. I messaged Momo last week because I'm thinking about. I've been looking at like the EcoFlow portable generators, like the solar operated generators and stuff like that, battery operated generators. You plug them in and stuff like that. Because one of the things I'd like to do for my markets is I'd like to have a little lathe to be able to bring out and do some turning at the markets. Well, I'd have to have a generator. Don't want to have a noisy, gas power generator. There's some great battery options out there. And so I reached out to the folks at EcoFlow, and they've got a lot of online like online videos and reviews and stuff like that from like camping folks and off-grid folks and all this, that, or the other. Which is, I mean, that's cool. But what about in a real-world application of what I want to try and do? Oh, there's goop all over that. And so I reached out and was like, hey, I'm curious, one, what would you recommend for potentially using with this type of tool? And two, have you ever thought about trying to get some woodworkers into your mix of, influencers or what should use it? So, but, and so, again, going back to where my original thought processes with this little rant was, in order to actually be able to have a valid or a decent conversation with these folks, most of them focus on YouTube. Twitch is not even a thought to them. And so for me to be able to do something with that, I probably need to be much more active on YouTube. So I need to get my butt in gear and start doing more there. I don't know what, I don't know. There's definitely things that I could do. I know that I could do to be better at the YouTube thing. And it's a matter of me pushing myself to actually do them. So that right there is the other challenge and obstacle that I have personally with it, is just getting to that point of actually doing it. So, all right, we're going to open, I'm going to wipe my hands real quick, but we're going to open open this little photo thing. Oh, I got to plug this guy up too. Let's clean this guy off a little bit. Get another. All right, he's still good. Because I find myself lately watching a good amount of like YouTube videos of some different folks, and like, golly, you look at that guy and he's got X number of followers or subscribers, I guess, on YouTube, and it's like, good night. I think about 2 million subscribers on YouTube. Obviously, his content is interesting enough for folks to subscribe. So, I don't know. I think there's an audience there in some manner. I need to figure it out. No, that's true too, Momo. That's actually probably a decent idea. Wonder how we could market that. I wonder how I could kind of lean into that and make it something of interest for people to want to follow and subscribe and that type of thing. I don't know. Lots of thoughts going on here. A, B. Lots of noise there. All right, so. Oh, here's our power adapter. So here's unboxing stream, y'all. It's an unboxing stream now. Ooh, that's a big guy. So there's our LED adapter, our power adapter. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, this is a big guy. Between that and Momo, flamethrowers are good content. Yes, I would have to have a flamethrower, though. All right, chair, come over here. So there, on the chair, are some backdrops. I don't think this table is going to be big enough. All right, so in here is, what do I got here? Silica packet. Woodworkers, put these in your toolboxes. Keep your tools from rusting. Keep your silica packets. If it were me, I'd watch Bob Ross, Mr. Rogers, and people like that, see what I'd like to emulate, then maybe look into what problems a lot of people in life. Okay. Fair enough, Momo. Fair enough. All right, so E is my light diffuser. F are my backdrops over there hanging off. LED light panel. That must be inside, I'm guessing. D, user manual, right here. Hopefully y'all can see this. I don't know how much you can see of this. Oh, let me zoom out. There we go. There we go. Better. Open the box, make sure all the parts are available. Bing, bang, boom, boom. Okay. Then open the LED light tent. Unfold the panels of the light. I was hoping to do it over here, but I have a feeling this might be a little too big for over here. So let's see. Holy moly. Wait a second. What? Is it got to fold down even more? No. It's hiding. Oh. Yes? No? No. Oh, right there. Ah. Oh my gosh. This thing is huge. There's my light panel. And then there's two pieces here. One here. And one here. Oi. Oh, and that folds out even more. Whoop-a-doop-a-doop. Holy moly, y'all. That's gigantic. So big. Ah, yee. Scary part is, I don't know if this is 100% going to be as big as I need it to be. Alright, so. Unfold the panels. Attach them this way. This is primo content for y'all, because I know, right now, y'all can't see it. Alright, so there's that way. And then fold the box up into a box. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, dang it. Alright, well, let's see. It's got to go on the floor for a second, because I spilled my hardener stuff. But we fold it up into a box, and into a box. There's my light cube. Oops, shaking y'all. Okay, so there's my base, there's that. Fits on my chair, but spilled my hardener. Well, Momo, if I'm actually going to be trying to make a go of this, and especially with the website and everything else like that, I want to take good pictures. And that is where I lack pretty strongly right now, is getting good pictures of my gear, or getting good pictures of my stuffs. So, howdy, Spenso. It reminds me, Tatum, have you thought of a subtune yet? Anything come to mind yet? All right. Let's put that away down there. So now that's out of the way. And I don't make a mess. Hopefully again. Ugh, I gotta wipe my hand because I got it from that cup. Darn it. All good. No rush. As you think of it, you let me know. Spenzo, how you doing, buddy? Gotta be a better delivery method for this denatured alcohol. Because I end up spilling half of it. We always have a crew, Spenzo. Come on. We always have a crew. A motley crew. No. So, we've got all that. And, alright, so now, here's what we've got. I'm going to have to find a different place to do this, because... There we go. There's our cube. Holy shit, that's big. Let me do this real quick. Here's our cube. It's ginormous. I've got to find a better place to do this. I mean, maybe I can do it in here. I just need to rearrange my stuff over here. But here's the fun part. So, I have this way to go inside and take pictures. Well, let me do this. Hold on. I might push you guys even further back on the tripod here so you can see more. There we go. Because this comes down. We'll do that there, but we have... That's going to be a lot of carving, Tatum. All right, here is that. There's that, and let's plug it in over here. Oh, I've got 2 rolls of tape. So, in there we've got this way. I have to vacuum this guy out too. All right, so now I've got 4 backdrops that I could potentially use. I can go clean white. Let's see, so. Put the white background in there. All right, so we've got our white background. And everything, all the surfaces are reflective. Got to put my diffuser in there though. When do I attach the diffuser? Should I have already put the diffuser on? No. All right, come on. What do I do with the diffuser? It doesn't tell me when to put the diffuser. Segmented tripod with face and eyeballs, right? There we go. All right, let's take this down again real quick. Because of the diffuser, holy mackerel, that's bright. That's awesome. That's at 100%. Now I can actually change the temperature of it. All right, now, does it go all the way around on the inside? I think so. I'll have to look at the diffuser settings or suggestions. Holy mackerel. All right. Four color backdrops, CBDBD, connect the power cable, boom. So we actually can change the amount of light. Also comes with diffusion material to further diffuse the light. Oh, okay. Use diffusion material. Open the right top of the light tent and attach the material to the left and right sides and then close the top again. Got it. There we go. This is why we read instructions. We open that up. We attach it to our left and right sides. To help diffuse our light, which is a good thing. All right, so let's attach it that way. Then we close our lid again, and our light is diffused. I knew it had to go up there somehow. All right, let's crank it back up. Shwink. So we have different ways of taking our pictures. So then again, we close it all up. We have will that connect there? A little bit. So we have our big hole on the front. So we can come in, we can take a picture like this. Or we can take this off. Let's see. Oh, it zips. So that zips. We can Velcro that off. Stick it up there. We can take just a little picture. All right. Put our camera right in there. Or we can come up top, take a top-down picture. There we go. So we've got a couple different methods to take pictures in there. That's kind of cool. All right. And we have 4 different backdrops. We have white, we have black, we have gray, and like a tan. White's already in there. We've got those other 4, or other 3. So, kind of handy. Let's turn that off for now. So my plan, is going to be to actually, oh no, I didn't mute that one. All right, good. There we go. So my plan is actually to probably reshoot everything I have in stock and re-upload it. There's a lot of stuff I want to change. So, all right, it is past time for me. I need to get some stuff done around the house here before the wife gets home with what-to-do's-its. So, who can we go see this morning? Who is hanging out this morning? Well, Cheryl, thank you for stopping by. Always appreciate that. Babe, thank you as well. You know what? It's been a while since JFG's been on. We're going to go see JFG. We're going to go see JFG. All right, there's that. Tatum, thank you so much. Babe, same to you. Thank you so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I do. All right, so let's raid JFG Woodworking. It's been a while since JFG was around, so let's go raid JFG. There we go. Thank y'all. This coming week is going to be odd again. Tuesday we're out of town, so it may be a Monday, Wednesday again maybe this week. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to chat it over with the wife later today. But I've got to get some stuff done around here before she gets home from the what-to-do's-it. So I'm going to go run and do that. I'm going to grab something to eat, probably run to the store and take care of a couple other things. But let's go say hey to JFG. It's been a long time since he's been in the shop. But does some great stuff, does some great turning, woodworking, stuff like that. So really, really awesome guy there. Keep your eyes peeled tomorrow in the Discord for the schedule. I will post the schedule as soon as I kind of sort out my end. And I'll also reach out to the rest of the crew in there as well, just to update their schedules as needed. So thank you all so much for hanging out. Let me go through here real quick. Brick Lane, thanks for the new follow. Appreciate you being so interactive today. Really appreciate that one. Butter, thank you for that host. I'm sorry I missed that about an hour ago. Tatum, thank you for that sub, dude. Really do appreciate that. And the host earlier. Battle, I've got to make some coins for. So yeah, there we go. Y'all, have a great weekend. Really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Bye, everybody.